So when I observed the FALS classroom, they were learning inferences that day, and it was a small class. It only had 2 students in it, but the teacher was there, the special educator, along with the her intern from Towson. So it was cool to see one of my co-teachers teaching, but also it seemed very systematic. The students seemed to kind of know the routine of it, so I think that routine and the predictability of the agenda kind of helped the students stay on task and really learn the information a lot better. It started out kind of giving them a warm-up. They got a chance to read the objective and read the word of the day and put it on the word wall. So again, that I could tell that this was a sequence that they were used to and that they were accustomed to. And predictable learning, of course, is always what's in the best interest of the student, because it's helping them kind of transfer knowledge from other lessons they've learned. And even though that routine is going to help them learn new information, it's new material, but it's predictable, so it'll be a lot easier for them to pick up. The teacher did really well using multiple means of representation in this lesson. She started out having the students pick out stuff from her purse, which was cute because, students love the idea of being able to dig through their teacher's purse, and they were able to fill out a chart making inferences based on the things they found in the purse. And then, so after they did that, they filled out a chart for that. They presented the students with a couple of texts, like short excerpts, little short stories, and within there, the students had to make inferences, which obviously was part of the bigger goal, was for them to be able to make inferences from readings and narratives. So they also got presented with a comic strip. And then the comic strip, they were making inferences about what was going to happen next, and they found pictures. They were looking at pictures on the front of an article and making inferences about what they thought the article was going to be about. So all these different ways to get the students to make inferences. It was really great, and it seems like it made it a lot more concrete that they got to see it in all these different scenarios, and it also just kind of helped relate it to the real world where students actually make inferences all the time. They just don't know. So when they realized how easy it is to make inferences and how they actually do it all the time, it made it even easier, tomorrow when they actually start making inferences about their reading. So that was just a great way of just seeing UDL used in the classroom. Additionally, the teacher she really kind of encouraged the group work. She always wanted the 2 students to collaborate amongst each other and help each other come up with the answers, which is definitely a push with Common Core for the students to be able to work together and to explore the answers together and make sense of the information and see it from somebody else's point of view. So that was great. They were able to kind of construct viable arguments and kind of figure out what the answers were to the questions and learn the material from each other. So I thought that was really awesome. The teacher used a series of technology. They had a smart boards. They were able to kind of erase things as they went, and it just made it a lot more exciting than just reading things on a piece of paper. The teacher and the intern, the co-teaching was phenomenal. They literally would, pick up one right after the other, and they were able to both kind of chime in, and it wasn't ever like anyone stepping on each other's toes or anything like that. It was great to have both of them there because as one taught the lesson, the other could provide the students with their accommodations. So when the students seemed like they were falling behind, they could scribe for them, or they could, provide them with that verbatim reading or rephrase things so that way the students were able to understand the material. So it was a great lesson to observe. It was much different than what I'm used to because I'm always with the behavior learning support kids. So I loved being able to see the FALS and just to see the difference there and working with the different students. So it was a success.